morning, happy faces. Come on in, hang up your coats and put your stuff in your cubbies and I'll wait for you on the carpet. Wow, that was unusually fast today. So I've got this really great book I want to read to you guys. And it's a book I found when I first started to teach, and I found it in a secondhand shop. And it's called The Houdini Box, and it's written by a man named Brian Selznick. He's a writer and an illustrator, and he's drawn lots of really cool pictures in this book to support his writing. And the best thing about me reading this to you on a video recording is that I can show you the pictures up close. So it's a little bit easier than being in the classroom. And I'd asked you guys if you'd ever heard of a man named Harry Houdini. In case you don't know, he was a guy that lived about 100 years ago, and he was a real person, so it wasn't a fictional character that Brian Selznick is writing about. He lived about 100 years ago, and he was really famous and very admired magician at the time. I'm going to start reading to you. I hope you're intrigued. Houdini was a magician. He could pull rabbits from hats, make elephants disappear, and do 1,000 card tricks. I can only do one. Locks would fall open at his fingertips, and he could escape from ropes and chains and cabinets and coffins. Police from around the world couldn't keep him in their jails, and the oceans and the seas could not drown him. Bolt Houdini into a metal box and throw him in the water, he will escape. Lock him up in a jail, handcuffed and helpless in any city in the world, Moscow, New York, Vienna, Paris, or Providence, Houdini will escape. Everyone was wonderstruck by Houdini, but children were especially delighted. Children wanted to be able to escape from the rooms when they are sent there for being bad. They want to make their dinners disappear and their parents vanish. They want to pull candy from their pockets without putting any in, turn their sisters into puppies and their brothers into frogs, although some children want to turn their puppies and frogs into sisters and brothers. My Thomas probably wants to do that. Children liked Houdini because he could do the unexplainable things that they wanted to do. Houdini was a magician, and magicians can do anything. And here's the first picture that I want to show you of Houdini. And Brian Selznick, remember, he drew all these pictures and wrote the story. So he's a very talented man. And if you look, if you look very closely, you'll see that in every single thing he draws, he does like a little etchings, little crisscross hatchings in his drawings. So that's Houdini. And look at the rabbit. Oh, here, I can show it to you this way. Victor, I don't have my reading glasses on, guys. Hold on, you guys. Okay, here's my readers. That's better. Victor was 10. He wanted to be a magician too. When Victor was 8, he read in the newspaper that Houdini had escaped from an iron milk can in under 20 seconds. This is an iron milk can. We don't use them anymore. Victor found his grandmother's trunk and he closed himself inside. The lock snapped shut behind him. He tried and he tried, but he could not escape in under 20 seconds. In fact, he could not escape at all. Look at the movement. The way Selznick shows movement in the drawing, it's sort of come up off of the ground because he's rattling inside, he can't get out. So Victor cried and yelled until his mother came home and undid the locks. She was very upset that her son had shut himself up in grandmother's trunk. And Victor was upset that he couldn't get out because he wants to be like Houdini. He can't do it. See, he's upside down now. And it's nighttime. Look at the moon. He was in there for a really long time. See the moon? I'll read this down here. When Victor was 9, he found out that Houdini could hold his breath for over 5,000 seconds while escaping from a crate dropped into the ocean. That's crazy. If Houdini could hold his breath for 5,000 seconds in his crate in the ocean, then Victor could certainly hold his breath for 5,000 seconds in his tub in the bathroom. So, during bath time, guys, don't try this. He put his head under water and he counted as fast as he could, but he never got to 5,000. His mother kept making him get out of the tub and breathe. This is a neat picture. So there's a tub of a bathtub, and you can see Victor's hands. He's counting, how many seconds can I do it till I need to breathe? Victor got this idea when he read that Houdini could walk through brick walls. This is a brick wall. I don't think I could walk through it. Victor was sure that he could do that. First, he tried walking slowly into a living room wall and pushing his way through, but nothing happened. And next, he tried backing up across the room and running through the wall. He almost broke the lamp, the table, a few pictures, and his nose. But he didn't make it to the other side. Later that evening, after many unsuccessful hours, Victor finally got through the wall. He used the door. There he is. There's the doorway. He couldn't do it, but look at, he's rattled everything up. Victor's mother was going crazy, unlocking her son from trunks, reminding him to breathe when he took a bath, and telling him not to walk into the wall. She decided that she would take him to visit Aunt Harriet. Maybe a weekend in the country would calm him down. It was while they were traveling there that the most incredible thing happened. Victor was looking around the huge, bustling train station when he saw, way across the crowds, Harry Houdini himself buying tickets with his wife. Victor broke free from his mother's hands and he ran straight to Houdini. He was filled with questions, millions and billions of questions, but which should he ask first? He took a deep breath, and this is what he said. So here's the train station, and there's his mom with the tickets. And look, this is Victor breaking free because he just saw his idol. And here's the questions he asked Houdini. How can I escape from my grandmother's trunk in under 20 seconds? How do I hold my breath in the tub without running out of air? Why can't I walk through a wall like you can? How do you escape from jails and handcuffs and ropes and make elephants disappear? How? Congratulations, my young man, interrupted the smiling magician. No one has ever asked me so many questions in such a short amount of time. Are you a magician? I want to be one, said Victor. Houdini remained silent for several moments. After looking at Victor, then at his wife, he finally said, Then listen. Give me the tag from your suitcase. But why? Your name and address are on it. When I write you a letter, I'll need to know where to send it, won't I? Here's the picture of Victor running through the crowds to get Houdini. Victor immediately undid the little buckle on his suitcase and he handed the tag to Houdini. And after reading it, the magician bent down so he was face to face with the boy. He whispered this, You want me to tell you things I can't talk about in the middle of a busy train station, son. And if I'm not mistaken, I see your mother heading this way. So, if it looks like you're going to get into trouble, you can blame everything on me. And then he grinned ever so slightly, and he added this. Tell her that Houdini tied you up for a moment. I'll write you a letter. Wait, just you wait. And then Houdini slipped the name tag into his pocket and he disappeared into the crowd with his wife. Look, this is a cute picture. There's Victor with his little suitcase and he's taken his tag off with his name and address. And there's Houdini's hand and he's giving it to Houdini. And that is the end of my reading today, because you know how I always love to leave you on a cliffhanger. I'll see you next time with the carpet. Bye!